Hey, hello there, I'm Dennis. Welcome to my channel, Life, Home, and My Linux Journeys. And in this video, I'm a little excited because I've never installed this upcoming distribution. And let's go ahead and go straight over to my desktop. If you go by the list I've been running here, we're down to Pop! OS. If I click on Pop! OS, you'll see here we got Linux based on Ubuntu and Debian. The USA is the country of origin. So here's their homepage, and here's where you'll click to download. Now, it's pretty neat here. If you know already that you've got an NVIDIA or other type of video card, here it's picking up that I got an NVIDIA video card. So it's offering, it highlighted NVIDIA. Otherwise, it's going to highlight this one. Make you download. Close that out. And while we're here, let's look. This is the Alpha, and I got all this in my notes and the web page as well. So I've already downloaded it, and I have installed it, and I was able to capture the install. So let's get right over to that. Okay, so I have booted to the Pop! OS ISO, and immediately the installer comes up. But you could close that out and look around and do what have you. In this case, I installed Simple Screen Recorder, Celluloid for a music player, and HTOP. So right now we're running 2.3 gigabytes. I'll bring that up later. So it's picking my language as English, and that is correct. So I'm going to select United States. That is correct. I'm going to say select English US, again, that is correct. I always recommend a test. There we go. Say next. Keyboard, or this is the input language default. We're going to do otherwise manage partitions, erase everything, and install on a fresh copy of Pop, but I want to be able to resize my partitions. So I'm going to go with that one. We're going to say modify the partition. Brings up gparted. So here's our hard drive. Let's start by giving it a partition table just so we'll know it's there. Say apply. Okay, new. We'll give it 1024, and we're going to format it as FAT32 and say add. Alright, here we're going to give it, we've got 16 gigs of RAM on here, so I'm going to give it 8 gigs of swap. Oops, it don't like numlock. Alright, let's select swap, say OK, or add. Here I'm just going to use the rest of it, and we're going to format it as file ext4. We're going to hit the apply button, say apply. Alright, we're done. I'll say close. Now here I'm going to set the flag to boot or ESP. There we go. Close that out. Make sure that's got a swap. Let's see if there's one for root. Manage flags. There used to be right here, but nope. Close that. Say OK. Let's close this out. And here we go. You would think you're through, but it says select which partitions to use across all drives. Select and format will erase all data on the selected partition. You must at least select a root drive partition plus a boot EFI. So I'm going to click on it, and it says use this partition. We're going to format it as ext4 and mount it to root, and we're good. Here we're going to use that as swap. That is correct. And also here we're going to use this as EFI, format it as EFI, and we're good. Now we got check marks on all three partitions. Erase and install. Okay, pick a name. And that's good. Dennis and Dennis. Password. Alright. It's warning me that it's a weak password. It's partitioned in the drive. That's all there was to setting this up. So I'm probably going to pause the video. Let me bring up HTOP. See what we're doing right this second. 2.9. So that's right at, well, it just went up to 3. So it is increased a little bit. But it's installing everything. According to this clock, it's 10:06 p.m. That's not right. I'm going to pause the video. Well, that don't work. It's usually, there we go. Just had to click on it. Okay. Nothing below that. Generating init RAM or init RD. Yeah, init RAM file system. I'm going to have to stop the recording and save it, and then when I reboot, I'll have to reinstall Simple Screen Recorder and go from there. When this is finished, I'm going to close it out and save it, and then I'll reboot and again install Simple Screen Recorder, because I'm sure that's not going to make the trip. I don't like that. Let me turn that off. That's your workspaces. You got 2. Alright, well, I'm going to pause the video. Let me slide this over a little bit. Bring that up, that way it's not in the way. Okay, so as soon as I paused the video, it said it was done. So now we got 10:09, so it was 3 minutes that it took. So here you can see I got to restart and shut down. And I'm not sure what this is, other than maybe bring up a terminal, because it looks like one. But I'm going to have to save the recording, and I'm going to go ahead and hook up an external drive. Let's see, it should ask me right here. Do I want to mount it? Yep, open with files. And let's create a folder. Call it Top OS Install. They create. Alright, so now when I save this recording, I can put it right there and we'll know where it's at when we get back. So I'll see you when I get back. Alright, so it's not going to hurt anything. I'm going to minimize this update. And this is the first screen that you're going to get when you boot into Pop! OS for the first time. Here, by default, it says dock extends to the edges. You can see it does. You can say no dock. Dock doesn't extend to the edges. I kind of like that one. I'm going to leave it like that. Go to next here. We'll show workspace button up here. Show applications button there. Right here. Date and time is center, although it's wrong. Open and switch applications from launcher. Press super key to use an icon, which is what I just did there. Okay. Use gestures for easier navigation if you're on a laptop. It's default to dark, and I'm going to leave it that way. Say next. Wi-Fi, we're already connected. That was the first thing I had to do. Probably blur that out. Okay, privacy. Now you could turn this on. Allows applications to determine your geographical location. An indication is shown when location services are in use. Use this Mozilla location services. I'm going to leave that off. Privacy controls but can be changed at any time from the settings application. Okay. Time zone. Now this might redo the clock. Yeah, I got it right the first time. Chicago, United States, 5:23. That is correct. Connect your online sources, accounts. I'm going to skip past this, but you can do it at any time. all done. Start using Pop OS. Let's see what the update's doing. Still working on it. So I'm going to look around in the menu here and see what I was installed and play around with it a little bit. I'll come back. For now, I'm going to stop this and I'll be back. Okay, so we got through with this update, and it occurred to me that why don't we just look around. This is what you're going to get out of the box. Now, at the bottom here, you got categories, and I think that's a nice touch. I'm not used to seeing that on GNOME, but I guess you could put that on GNOME. One thing I'm going to install is GNOME Tweaks. So we got the calculator, calendar, celluloid I installed, contacts, files. I believe this is going to be Nautilus. Let's see what it says. Nope. Right here maybe. Yep. About files. Yeah, this is Nautilus. If I can spell it right. Yep, it's already open. It just reopened it. Close that. So yeah, that's Nautilus. Go back to the applications. Firefox is installed by default. Geary or Jiri, mostly I think it's Geary. MPV player for audio. Pop Shop, which I get the idea that's kind of where they want you to do your updates at. Repo Man, I'm not real sure what that is. Let's find out. Official sources are provided by Pop OS and its developers. It's recommended to leave these sources enabled. Okay. So looks like we got Flatpak installed by default. You can add repositories, developer options. Well, that's pretty nice. This is what I wanted. Terminal. Let's see, where was we at? Pop Repo Man settings. This is where I added the audio, or corrected the audio. Hoping it's right. Simple screen recorder I installed. The terminal. Text editor and the weather. Let's go to Office. A full suite of LibreOffice. I do not see a PDF viewer, so you might need that. System. Advanced network configuration. Disk usage. GNOME disk. Language support. Password and keys. Let's see what this is. Seahorse. Huh. Very nice. Included by default. That was under System. Password and keys, power statistics, startup applications, system monitor, installed by default. Under utilities, which is where I would have expected GNOME disk to be. Character map, document scanner, document viewer, Eddy, install, drag and drop .deb. Okay, a .deb installer. Nice. That is real nice. Eddy extensions, you can add extensions, fonts, change your fonts, image viewer, help, a USB flasher. However, I think Popsicle is mostly for doing more than one USB at a time, but I do think you can do just one. Show applications, that's right there. Show launcher, show workspaces, text info, videos. See what text info reveals here. Extensive. Oops. Okay, let's just leave it out then. Text info and videos was installed by default. Now here I'm assuming you could create a folder and put like all your recording or audio or media stuff in that folder like you have here. Call it whatever you'd like. Huh, so that's actually a pretty nice selection. It's just not overloaded. Okay, but there's no close. I'm going to definitely install GNOME tweaks. Let's see something here. Page top. Spelled with 2 L's. Let's bring up page top. 2.8 gigs. That's with simple screen recorder going. Get out of that. Let's look in their Pop Shop for GNOME tweaks. Checking for updates. It just updated. I guess it's going to do that every time. We'll go ahead and search. Uh-oh. There we go. GNOME tweaks. Let's install that. While that's installing, let's just verify that Flatpaks is in. Sure took control of that screen. Yeah, installed, but nothing to do, no updates. GNOME tweaks. Hope I could have just opened it. Let's use this. And just that easy, I was able to install GNOME tweaks, which gives you a little more options. There we go. All right, that is what I want. See it up here there. Open up files now. You'll see that there. If I open up Pop Shop, should see it there. Okay, so that's a quick look around at Pop OS. I'm going to look around in it for a little while, play in it, and if I find anything just truly interesting, I'll do another follow-up video on Pop OS. Okay, so that does it with looking at Pop OS. Now, I've installed it on that machine, and I'm going to use it for a while. And I actually installed it about a week ago now, and to be honest, I really like it. I like it better than I do some other versions of the GNOME desktop, put it that way. And I'll bring those points out along the way here. All right, well, thanks for watching. Peace out, guys. Catch you on another video. Bye.